Manzakin mon ami. Manzakin Berber mon ami French. Hello, my friend. I think basically is what it means. And I lived in Morocco for a while, uh, near where the Berbers lived in the Atlas Mountains, Ben Gurir, and the Berbers still live there, I guess. The I want to say transcendence. What's the word I'm looking for? Ancestors. I'll just say that. And they're probably transcendents too. I hope we're all transcendents. It's a rough world. It's a rough life sometimes, and we have to transcend the really really bad parts and rejoice in the good parts and the good things in ourselves and others. There's a Buddhist saying. I think I heard it from Joseph Campbell. A great. If you ever want to watch something interesting, watch Bill Moyers interviews Joseph Campbell on PBS. I think it's on YouTube. Anyway, just two really good people talking about myth and mythology and how and religion and how people should live their lives. And the Buddhist quote is joyful participation in the suffering of others. Joyful participation in the suffering. Like if somebody you care about, somebody close to them dies, will you joyfully participate in being with them, in loving them, and caring about them? I'm not saying you can't cry. Joyful participation. Let me see. That may not be quite true. Joyful participation. Well, it's not like you're happy that they're sad or suffering, but you're there to care about them and love them with joy in your heart, joy and love in your heart. Joyful participation. Maybe suffering's not the right word. Joyful participation in the. I was going to start this over. Fuck it. It's about loving everybody with joy. There's so much people down and angry and upset about the world, and economics is the biggest part of it. In a lot of countries, most countries, the rich got rich, and the working people just stood there and watched and voted for them. And so it's gotten to a place of real criminality. The concentration of wealth has become a crime, inhumane to the many, making the few kings and queens, lords, plantation owners. It's our fault. At least if you're in a democracy, it's the people's fault. It's our fault. You can't vote for tax cuts for the rich all the time. Republicans, that's their main thing, tax cuts for the rich. Since Reagan's trickle down, 1980. It doesn't trickle down. It trickles or it gushes upwards. And the internet and COVID and age of technology, stock market, when they talk about the stock market did well, I mean, that's really helping concentrate wealth further. Um, so I just talked to a guy. Um, I told him, I said, I appreciate you. And he goes, he appreciated me. And I like to say that instead of, I appreciate what you did. I appreciate you. Like, say, if somebody showed you around in a store and you found what you wanted, you could say, I appreciate it. but I would say I appreciate you. It's more personal. But this guy, he was talking about a 16-year-old son, and reminded me of another guy I talked to earlier. My old high school that I taught at, Springdale High School, is back up to 2,700 kids, which is terrible. Way too big. They need a third high school. You have really good sports teams and really good bands and all that stuff, but a lot of the kids can't make the band, can't make the sports team because they are so good. Uh, so we're making mistakes in so many areas that we have to overcome and change. A high school should be about 1,000 kids, maybe 1,200. Actually, it's lower than that, but you need enough so you can give AP and some choices for the kids, but also that they feel connected and they can make the basketball team or the band, or they feel a part of a community. It's really, I think, more like 700 to 900, but I'll say 1,000, but certainly not 2,000 or above. So we are, is that child abuse? Yeah, that is to me. Child abuse. High schools that are so big. We need to take care of everybody, including the children of this country and world, and smaller schools help that. They also help the teachers know more, a higher percentage of the kids in the school and feel like a community instead of being overwhelmed. Um, but this idea of, yeah, we've let the planet, the climate, and a lot of it's not our fault. The climate has been decaying for hundreds of years. We didn't know what was going on, but now we do. And we throw away plastic and all this, all sorts of trash, without even thinking about it. But now it's starting to, have problems with the oceans, plastic inside of us, inside of me, inside our brains, inside children, inside babies. We still, we say, man, I'm focused on what I can do. I can't deal with that now. I can't deal with climate change or plastic or billionaires. Yeah, you can deal with that, and you have to deal with that. You're a citizen of the world, even if you're in a communist country, and particularly if you're in a democratic country. You're a citizen, and you need to participate, engage, and help create a better world. We need you. One of the reasons you're here is to help each other. We need to help each other and not just worry about ourselves. Yes, we elected a terrible, terrible man. Greedy, a bully, racist, liar, thief, traitor, fraudster, convicted of sexual abuse, said he can grab women. Yeah, I can grab women sexually if I want to. I'm a star. And even in the, you can say, oh, he didn't mean that. He said that was locker room talk, which I've been in a lot of locker rooms. I never heard that or anything close to it. But in a deposition where the lawyer is asking, now you said this. He goes, yeah, I said that. It's been true for a million years. Unfortunately, or fortunately, is how he said it. Unfortunately, I guess for her, or fortunately, I guess for him. Predator. A lot of the churches promoted this guy. Wow. I've read a lot about Jesus. I don't see much there. He was at a he was at a small conference, or he's at a conference. And I'm a Christian. He was at a Christian conference. I'm a Christian. It's like, really? What kind? So it's sad. It's sad, but we have to joyfully participate in this life while we're here. We'll be gone soon enough. We'll all be gone soon enough. Let's try to help each other and help this sacred planet in the middle of cold, dark space somehow we were born onto. Am I optimistic? I believe in human beings and the goodness of human beings. Most of the ones I've known, even the ones that voted for Trump, a lot of those people, they're just crazy about how my life is going down the shithole. I can't pay for what I need. I lost a good paying job. Now I have a terrible paying job. And he can promise you everything you want. You're going to see that he's not going to deliver any of that. Just like last time, he'll give tax cuts to the richest people, including himself. Tax cuts to himself that will not trickle down to you. We all make mistakes. Every day we make mistakes. You can be more like me, where you do things or say things, and that's a mistake. You said too much, or what you did. That's about half of us. And the other half is over here. You don't say enough, and you don't do enough. That's your mistake. It's a different type of mistake. I think the Buddha said, give thought to what you do or do not do, not to what others do or do not do. And these Christians that, supported this guy that was so full of hate, Jesus said, it's easy to see the dust in your neighbor's eye, but not the log in your own. The mote, the stick, the log. Yeah, it was true then, it's true now. It's easy to point at these guys. They're vermin. They're enemies of the state. They're like, oh, what about you? What are you doing to help humanity? What are you doing to help the community? What are you doing to help love? Jesus said the greatest commandment is to love God and love each other. I didn't see a lot of that. I don't expect to see a lot of that in this administration. As I've said before, my mother was a wonderful, wonderful lady from Lincoln, Nebraska. Grew up in the Depression. Her father was a sweetheart. Her brother, three of the best people I've ever known. Grandma, she was who she was. She was kind of rough. But those three, I think they were good people. If we had a good president or a bad president, or a good mayor or a bad mayor, they're good people. I want to be like them. I want to be good people. Me. Whoever's my president. So I hope to spread some. We're visual people. So I'm going to do something, I put quotes or some kind of poetry or a line from a song of mine. Yeah, these are kooky, but they're fun for me. You should have fun. I want you to have fun. The reality of the unity of life. I guess part of that, yeah, you got teddy bears and you got horses and you got human beings. It's not just us. You can't just think about us. People like to talk about God a lot. Well, God made a lot of different things. The diversity of life on this planet, and not just that. A mountain, a mountain of stone. I don't like this idea of chopping up the stone to make it look like a human being. It's like, man, God made a beautiful mountain. Leave it alone. Having fun. The dress, just I like the colors. I like color a lot. I like the what do you call it? The Impressionist. Van Gogh's my favorite, but I like Degas, Renoir. I'm just showing you the really for the color more than anything. You should have fun. I want you to have fun. This is fun for me. I don't think about it. Don't think about it. Why do I like to knit? You know, who cares why you like to knit? Knit on, sister and brother. Whatever you want to do. And what I like about doing this, I'm not just watching somebody else on a screen. We watch screens too much. Me too. Addicted to the internet. Me too. So I try to do this. I know some galleries and such like the black and white. I don't know. It's not really me. So I try to do black and white, and then I decided, okay, we'll do two kind of black and white, and then one more like the earth. The earth I see. The earth I see is not black and white. It's full of color. The people I see are not black and white. They're full of color. You're full of color. Your personality. You say, oh, I'm quiet, I'm reserved, I'm introverted. Okay. And you're full of color. And you're super special. And you're a gift from the sky. You're a gift. We're all a gift. And this planet is a great gift to us all. So take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Take care of this earth. Let's do it.